Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, no, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, no, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. I said so, I keep the bills up in my heart on the dirty like blood, so ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful, and I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full. I'm in it to win it, I'm all in. I might call you my cuz, young blood, but we ain't kin. You think of jumping, man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go for revenge. Had some not so nice friends, kick the door off the hinge, take the door off your bins, pop all of your friends, man, please. This shit ain't cynical, man, no subliminal. I'm physical, financial, and mental to be a general. Hey, look, mama claims she want a slow job, not the type be in the tank, but in that rover. Man, please, I'm in the zone like it's full blown. I'm killing it like a blind man reading. I'm feeling it like, oh yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. He think he got her when he know he's off his butter. He ain't never been a fighter. You can go and ask his mother. I'm a lover and a fighter. You saying I'm right. Girl, a quick fix and give your man a knife.
Yeah.
Welcome along, everyone, to the Friday special show, which wraps up a pretty full-on week. It has been. It's the build-up to the Enzed New Zealand Superstock Teams Champs, which is coming up next weekend, Waitangi weekend, which we're all getting excited for over the week. I tell you what, excitement has just been unbelievable. It's been a hell of a show, catching up with the promoter, the sponsor, and the drivers from to date. What is it, 11 teams? 3 more teams to go tonight. We've got the Gisborne Giants, Stratford Scrappers, and the Wanganui Warriors. So we've got a pretty full-on show, and my good friend Craig Booker joins me for our last wrap-up of the week that's been. How you going, Booker?
Oh, I'm good, mate. Still pretty excited, pretty pumped. I mean, shit, it's been a hell of a week, and I'm glad to see that people have been enjoying the show and enjoying hearing from the drivers and seeing their perspective on things. You know, it's awesome. Not too many sleeps left to go, and wow, it's going to be on, mate, on like Donkey Kong. I tell you, it's going to be awesome. Listen,
hey,
before we go too far, everybody, turn your mics up and listen to me.
Why? What are you going to say?
Listen,
what are you going to say?
Our man Reno, Councillor Wilkinson there, got a phone call today and lost his accommodation down there at Palmy. So if you know of some accommodation or anything that Reno and his family can rent cheap, you know, and have a good time, get in contact with us, please. He's been at that same motel for 20 years. 20 years,
yeah.
And they've turned it into emergency housing. And a week out from teams, they've said, hey, no accommodation for you, Mr. Councillor Wilkinson. And so, yeah, if you can help, contact us, people, because we need to get this man there comfortable and watching the big show. So if you can help us out, give us a yell. That's all I wanted to say before we get into the rest of our notices and stuff, kids.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for that, bro. You know, it's just been one of those days, and the daughter rang me, and then we got the emails, and everything was bloody cancelled a week out from the event because obviously this time next week, I and the family are always in Palmer, so we always arrive the night before. But we've been chasing the panic buttons. We've got a couple of things maybe we can look at. Forget about that we don't do anything. Look, we've always got the camping ground behind the grandstand, and I love living with the atmosphere, and it's just part of the hype of the event. But yeah, cheers for that, Books. We'll just see how things happen, mates. But I can tell you, we'll be down there, though. Try and stop us. We'll be down there, all right? And I'm looking forward to being alongside with you and the drivers down at the square. And I love the place, bro. I love it when it comes to this event. I've been going since 1988, so I haven't missed one. And you try and stop me. But that's just one of those things. You know, the weird loyalty has gone down the toilet for me when it comes to motels and accommodation. I don't mind if people be honest with you and just give you a ring well at an advance. It just, you know, I've been in touch with them quite a bit. But we'll leave it at that. that's on that note. On another note, though, I want to talk about something that we got coming up next month on the 22nd of Feb. You better take a big breath, bro, because a lot of people have given kindly to us in regards to 2 auctions. One is for Go Slideways family, the Pauldridge family, and the other is going to the New Zealand Cancer Society. So go. It's over to you.
Okay, so what we've got is these 2 auctions. I see there before Christopher. Oh, God. Chris 56 said he's got your credit card and he's ready to bid, mate. So he's all good. So what we have a 2 times Pollock shirts, 2 times Pollock's hats, $100 food voucher, a family pass to both nights of the Enzed Superstocks. Then we have Red from Huntley gave us 2 New Zealand Supers shirts and hoodies. Peter Rees giving out Giants gear shirts and hoodies. Jacob Baker, as we said during the week, if you hadn't heard, was talking to us, and he's organising Panthers shirts and hoodies, Mustang shirts and hoodies. Frankie Wayman said to us he'll organise British Lions gear. Waikato boys are going to give us shirts and hoodies. Tyson Wooten, 717 gear he's handing out. Then we got the Rebels hoodies and shirts. Then we got the Pits TV giving out live streams for the New Zealand Supers. Then you got Maybe Motorsport, MBY Motorsport doing merch pack. Then we have Murray Goodley with those awesome drawings. We showed you guys last night that 2 awesome drawings going in there. Then we got Palar Games, the man that gives us our teams racing on our phone, and many more things to come, I can assure you, from that man. He's giving out two $100 Pack and Save vouchers. Then we got Hawkeyes giving the Hawkeyes gear. Then Auckland All-Stars giving shirts, hoodies and hats. Harley Rob's going to give out a shirt. Glen Eagles merch. Then Keegan from Hutt Park Racing is going to donate a $100 petrol voucher and a double pass to their Superstock shootout / stock car knockout in Wellington. As well as the top 10 park there is going to donate 1 night's accommodation for that meeting as well. So, mate, it's all go. It's so awesome. You know, I say it every time, Kins, you know, when it comes to the Speedway community family, all the bullshit gets put aside in times like this, and all the rivalries get put aside, and just people get behind it, and it's freaking awesome, mate.
100%. Now, I'll just got one more to add to your list. I've just got someone who's just sent me a private message on Facebook, mate, while my bloody mouse and stuff all falls over the place. I'll just grab it. What it is this book that Troy Adamson's put together. It's an Enzed 2022 Superstock Teams Champs. It's an official exclusive book, not actually available as of yet. But Troy's just said, throw me in the mix for some merch, mate. So it looks like we're going to get some merch from Troy. Whatever that may be. He does some amazing singlets and everything like that. Might be the Palmy Superstock stuff that he does as well. He's got stickers and everything, so you can add him into the list. Thanks to Troy Adamson. I'll just do a couple of quick shout outs while you're working there typing away, mate. Out to Carl Carpendale, who's watching. Nathan Nutt, Emery's on board. Daniel Petrie. Good to catch with Daniel on the phone earlier. Stu Martin, Tracy Vincent, Jacob's on there. Chris Bailey, he's still got my bloody credit card, eh? Dave Thomas, Jacob Close, Troy Adamson, who's watching. Looking out for you, mate. Yeah, thanks for that. I'm sure we can find a room. Yeah, thanks, Carl. Everyone out there, thank you for the good comments around that room and that type of stuff. Getting a haircut for the Superstock teams. Yeah, you know it, Mark. I'll be getting a haircut and looking my best down there. Muddy Goodley, Jacob Close. Yeah, the list just goes on. So, yeah, it's just amazing. People support and everything around that. We'll just keep the names coming on through. Wayne Brunton, Richard Orcombe, who's coming in from Australia as well. Anyway, it's not about that and about everything like that. It's the last night, mate. Let's
and
bring
one
in our
more
first
thing
team
tonight. Yeah, and we've also got our giveaway this week, as well as that book, which is from Garage 16 New Zealand and New Zealand Dirt Track Racing magazine. Going to give out a prize pack, which is a NZ DTR hoodie, shirt, cap, $50 fuel voucher, and a copy of the magazine. Now, we will do the draw. I'll probably sit down tomorrow and go through all the shows and get all the comments of all the people and work out a random draw for that. So I probably won't post that tonight because I probably won't have the time, but I'll post on our Facebook tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. If you're a winner, win a chicken dinner. And we'll probably do the same for the book, will we, kittens? Same way?
Yeah, do the same way. Look, and hopefully the lucky winner is going to be at the event because I'd love to hand it to them in person with Troy Adamson alongside us. Yeah. Then we can give it to the lucky winner. We'll do something live down at the square or wherever we meet up with the winner.
So that's all
we'll
our
work that all
giveaways
out,
and
mate.
announcements.
Better bring in the boys from the Gisborne Giants, eh? Better bring in Ethan and Josh.
Absolutely. I've even got my Gizzy shirt on tonight. I've had a shirt for one team each night. So here we go. Hey, boys.
How's it? There you go.
Good. Gee, the light's gone dark on you there, Josh, a little bit, mate.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. All sorted, eh? All sorted. Hey, Ethan, before we get into talking about the Giants and yourself, Josh, just first and foremost, congrats, mate, on winning the World 240s last weekend for Booker. That was his first ever 240s he's attended. He's been to the track and watched racing there before, but mate, he's got the bug. He'll be back every single year like we do when we come to Palmy teams. Look at him. He's just amped. He's all ready for 2024. But, just on behalf of all the viewers, I'm not too sure if anyone's actually done a bit of a catch-up with you since that weekend. But, well done, mate. Well deserved. You raced hard both nights and, mate, you deserved it.
No, cheers for that. It was quite a good event, as it always is. And Booker chose a good one to go to because it was the first time the Poms come back. And that final heat was pretty intense, wasn't it?
Mate. Just
definitely lucky to come out with that win. Obviously Dad was 1 point behind me. But without the likes of Josh, Jaden and Asher and Brody James, I probably wouldn't have got home. So big ups to them. And hey, it was an awesome event and awesome final heat. So bring on next year, I say.
Yeah, I reckon,
I'm
mate,
not doing
we were sitting there and we're sitting next to Jake Baker, and Jake Baker spoke highly of you, mate. He couldn't stop talking about you. We were sitting there, and he just loves you guys, and he was right into it. Ant Dares, and then we looked at the big screen we were sitting by, and we looked at it with it. Shit, I think Pete's won this, I think everyone thought Peter won it because he won the last. Oh, I think he's actually got this, and then Jake even thought that as well.
Yeah, he was a bit disappointed.
He's like, so if Ethan would have won him, I think Pete's got this. We were all confused. And then it came back, it was only a 1 point difference. So well done to father and son, and massive achievement actually. And then to think, Frankie Bowman Jr., we had him on last night. Mate, he took a battling from, of course, Josh. We saw that happen, but he just never gave up, He just never gave up. And to get third on the podium, I think, over Quinn Ryan, who ended up fourth, that was an achievement for Frankie, himself, eh?
Yeah, and like I say, he from lap 1 to lap 15, he got pummeled and he just hooked another gear and carried on going. And it still astounds me how he got third. If you watch that pits TV, the final heat, everyone's saying he was out of the running and not on points, but he still carried on and got third. So big well done to him, mate.
Yeah, well done. Josh, 240s, mate, in your mind, mate, I know you love it. That's the big show when it comes to the solo racing side of things, aside from the Enzed Superstocks. But, man, what an event that is, eh, Josh?
Yeah, no, it definitely is. Be one of the highlights of the season, let alone teams. It's always a good meeting I look forward to. So, yeah, no, it was an awesome event, and to have the Poms back it brought the hype even more. And then 4 to qualify out of every group, that was hard, like with the calibre of cars out there. So, Sonia and that did an awesome job. And then when it rained, they worked even harder to get the track back so we could do that last race, So, it was top job by everyone.
Yeah, what's happening this weekend for you, Josh? Are you chilling out over the weekend and leaving it till Palmy? You got anything on the schedule?
Full teams prep is going on. Be back in the shed after this, and then all weekend we'll just be plodding away on the cars and getting them 110% ready to go.
Yeah, have you managed to get much lap time, or are you in the same boat as many of the other drivers at seat time because it's been affected by weather as such?
No, I haven't I've done a few meetings in Ethan's car, and then last weekend was actually the debut of my new car, which was a massive effort from Ethan and Pete and Asher to get it going, and we brought it to Rotorua last week. So yeah, but no, not a lot of racing, but still right in the mix, same with everyone else. So,
and you happy with the new car, mate?
Oh yeah, no, it's absolutely awesome. So they just get better and better every year, and straight out the box, it was just perfect, and a couple of little changes, and I'm real happy.
Awesome.
Well, yourself, Ethan, similar situation. The weather's just been a bugger for everyone in motorsports. It's really put a damper on a lot of it. And I know a lot of events this coming weekend, especially up around my region, has been cancelled or either postponed to another day. This weather thing's just been annoying. We just got through the COVID dramas, get to this season. Have you managed to have much seat time yourself? I know you've been busy.
I think I've only managed to rack up about 7 meetings. which is quite low for us. Normally we're into our 15th meeting by now, you know. But it's sort of been good too, because I've been able to do other stuff and having a baby and whatnot, and enjoy him while he's young, and sort of go to the meetings when Josh is driving my car and watch my car go around and him dominate in it. So it's quite cool to sort of be in the mix, but not have the same pressure as racing, you know. So it's quite nice to have a bit of a break, to be honest.
Wicked. You got anything planned this weekend, mate, or is it you similar to Josh? You're just gonna be doing work, eh?
Yeah, just full team prep. Just make sure the car's 110%, and then next week we'll be right into it again, and we'll be on.
Yeah, mate. It's do you think you guys think but for both of you, do you think that you're 100% team sort of ready when you haven't raced that many meetings? You know, like it's with the weather being, it's like last year there wasn't a lot of meetings in it. Do you think it makes a difference when it comes to teams about being sort of race ready for it? If you know what I mean?
Oh, for me, and probably same as Josh, you know, if teams was the first meeting of the year, we'll be ready for it. You know, it's just something you get into, and I mean, hey, the body might not like it, but we're definitely ready for it, mentally and physically prepared for it. So yeah, no, I'm in.
And you, Josh, you ready for it?
Oh yeah, nah, full ready for teams. I'd do it every week if I could.
It's funny, eh? Every time we say that, every driver says the same thing. I'd race teams every week if we could.
Yeah, nah. And it's the same. It's the same every week. Like test wise, but you just being teams. Obviously, you check. Make sure everything's fully right, because you're not letting yourself down. You're letting 4 others down in your team and all your sponsors and your crews.
So you guys will be starting from McVerry's again on the Saturday and going through to the square from there, yeah?
Yeah, I believe Dad said last night we're going to be at McVerry's on Friday night for a little sponsors get together, and then we'll be Saturday morning for the crowd to come in and view our cars and get our merch and whatnot, and then we'll mute down to the square for Stratford, and then we'll be sitting up at the track.
Wicked.
Yeah,
10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I believe that's still to be confirmed, but I believe it is 10 o'clock.
All right.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll be there with the live cameras, mate.
We'll be there with the camera and that, bro. We'll be there with you guys. Yeah, so for those who didn't realize, we caught up with Ethan a while back, and we're talking about it. So we're going to pop on down to McVerry's, and you'll be able to watch us go live down there, catch up and do a bit of a chat with these guys. When you think of the team that was released 4 days ago, Josh Prentice, who we're talking to, and of course Ethan Rees, Peter Rees is in there making the record in the shed, Tim Ross and Jamie Hamilton, and Scott Ross actually is going to be the manager. He's always been around since 2016. Booker's got the 2017 t-shirt on, mate. Everyone talks you guys up, you know, especially when the Gizzy team arrives. You got fans that travel from all over the place, and you've excited the track back in Gizzy as well. But, mate, you guys just bring your A-game all the time, eh?
Yeah, and also we've got Tom Cooper as a sixth driver too. So he's,
saw that today, yeah.
He's still on there at a sixth driver spot. But like I say, yeah, we're ready for teams. We're ready for teams.
You ready, Josh?
Yeah, nah, definitely. Yeah, I know when teams comes, it's just a whole nother level, and the boys get on real good. Everyone gels, and yeah, we just come prepared.
Yeah. Hey, you guys got merch available as well for the fans?
Yep. Yeah, it's all obviously pre-sales now, and then we'll have more at the teams available, I believe. So get in quick though, because it'll sell like hotcakes.
I saw that come up today on the social media. Actually, the print and everything looked quite good. Yeah. So, have you noticed a bit more hype this year around teams? Do you think the pair of you? Like I've said it to every drivers all week. It's you're looking around social media and just the people that are watching this build up this week and getting involved. The hype around this year's teams, I think, is way bigger than last year. Do you think? You go first, Josh.
I think with COVID last year, a lot of people were scared and just holding back and live stream, but I think this year, now that it's all opened back up and teams going to venues to display cars and bringing the square back, it's just the atmosphere is just going to be twice as big this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think also having the Lions finally come back, it's been a few years, we've seen what those guys can do at the 240s, and I think having them come back in has just been an excitement for all the Mulu fans. You're going to hear the cowbells going hard out. They've got the Wanderers coming back as well. So, 14 teams, the excitement's been built up. And I would guess too, it's back to its traditional February, where last year was April and everyone was bloody freezing their backsides off in the grandstands after night one. And it just didn't feel the same. It just didn't have that X factor about it, whether you were in the town, at the parade or anything like that. It just had something missing. And I think that's kind of built up now over the last few weeks as we build up to next weekend. Wow, plenty going on. Heats going on there as well. And yes, there's just so much, all these bloody questions coming on through.
Oh, yeah, they're coming through quick tonight.
Yeah. Don't forget to also the Dutek Motorsport competition. That's actually officially on their Facebook page. We caught up with Shane Dewar earlier on in the week. He was our second guest on the show on Monday, and it's your chance. It's competition time to win some tickets to be part of the NZ stand as well. So
there's the address.
All on there. Yeah, there it is right.
Or you can click the link on our Facebook page we shared today for Dutek. Don't click on the fake. Someone's already tried to make a fake bloody thing for it. I can't believe these people, if you're not aware of these fake people out there doing all this stuff by now, and you still click on those links, you need to probably get off Facebook because you keep getting tricked. Because there's so many of these. It's a family show. I can't say what I want to say, but yeah, make sure that's an official stuff you're looking at, guys. When it comes to streams, comes to this, because those Dutek boys are putting up this great prize for teams, and straight away one of these so-and-sos, we'll call them, have tried to wreck it. So just make sure anything that tells you to click and enter your details in on a separate page, it's fake. Trust me.
Yeah, hard out. There's also going to be spot prizes as well. There's so much going on, so many people to thank around this as well. So if you tag a friend, post and share the post, like the Dutek Motorsport page, you're going to be in regards to what we're saying, a chance to win some tickets. Come along and check it all out. How's the team at the moment? You guys, Heath, you guys have been catching, no doubt, obviously at the 240 some of years. I would guess, guys are all pretty well focused because before you know it, it's only a week away, isn't it?
Yeah, like I say, everyone's sort of focused and getting ready and whatnot, and that's why Jamie had last weekend off, sort of get his car ready and whatnot and get it rebuilt, making it look good for teams. And Tim's actually on his way down to Daz now, actually from Auckland, to do his little part of it. And then, yeah, I believe everyone's on the same page and everyone's in the good spirits and whatnot, and Dad's in the good working mood, so yeah, we'll be right.
At least you stop making the noise now, Ethan, eh?
I think he's actually out there on his phone watching us. So.
Oh.
You guys always do well presented looking cars. Every single team that turns up always put a lot of effort into making the cars look just top notch. Because the fans take photos, social media expresses the looks of the cars everywhere. Josh, people just love it, and you guys, just like all the teams, put a lot of work into the presentation of the cars, eh, Josh?
Yeah, exactly. I think every team's getting more and more professional, and it's good for the sports the way it's all going. And you see all the coverage now, and so everyone's putting a lot more effort in, and every year every team's trying to step up to look better and better. So I think it's great what everyone does behind the scenes. Obviously, us drivers don't do any of the design sort of stuff, so our job's just to focus on making sure the car's reliable. So it's a whole team effort, and there's a lot of people behind the scenes that probably don't get noticed as much as they should, but everyone's thankful for what they do.
Yeah, I suppose the only difference I've noticed that people will realise too, when you come down to the scrutineer and you see the Giants car, what you'll notice is, particularly Ethan's car, it'll have some duct tape on it. So just be mindful of that. I'll leave it at that.
Yes,
I'll leave it at that.
I won't say any more. Alec, eh? I was going to say it's lucky all the cars paint their cars differently, in the square, because otherwise you'd think half of them were the G cars because they're all bloody Reeses out there. Eh?
Yeah, right. You're right.
Hey, I just saw in the comments here, is it Simon Matheson? Go the G boys, give it the jandle. It's not give it the jandle anymore, it's give it the hoot nanny, all right?
See, look at that, eh? Harley Rod's put a comment up the F and C. He's doing it, eh?
That's right. Maybe one day Harley will make up.
You know, everyone, when we caught up with the team last year, we talked about some of the superstitious stuff, and Harley has that stinky, smelly, bloody sponge. Josh, is there anything that you do that you get yourself prepared? Is there like, well, I don't know, favorite socks, undies, or whatever you bloody do, mate, before you get ready for teams, or you just roll into make sure the car's all ready to go?
Nah. Just have the C4 before a team race, but that's about it. Yeah, I just try to stay calm and
Yeah,
get
mate.
on my mojo and just, as long as I know everything's 100%, 110%,
Oh, yeah.
then I'm good to go.
What about you, Ethan? You ever done anything that you stick to the norm that you do before racing? No.
Normal stuff, eh? It's like Josh said, have a C4 and flipping make sure my car's good, and if I'm happy, I'm right, just keep calm,
Mate, as long as you got the red bands on, you're ready to rock and roll, eh? That's all it's about.
Yeah.
People bloody
Yeah.
see me running around doing the interview, and they look at me and they go, "Look at him, he's in his bloody red bands." I see your heart out, bro. Hey, just to update everyone too in regards to our auction we're doing, the 2 auctions. Just want to say thanks to Tyler Walker, who's just messaged Munchies Express, have just said they will donate $100 Munchie food vouchers and 2 Munchies Motorsport hoodies. So thanks, Tyler. While my man there keeps typing away. What are we going to expect though, Ethan, from the Great Britain Lions? You know, the young Dutch boys and the Palm boys. We know what Frankie brings. He brings all the experience, obviously. But these young guys, just like yourselves, mate, they won't hold back, will they? Charlie, we've seen what he will do, and we saw Jaden end up the wall there, but then your brother got him. But he's excited. Charlie, we had him on the show last night. He's just amped his.
And like I say, they're young and they're keen, and they're definitely not a team to underestimate. They've come here to win, and they're a good team with Frankie behind them and whatnot. And like I say, he's hard to stop on a good day.
Proof.
They'll definitely be a team to look out for, definitely.
Yeah, well, I look at it this way too. You know, when you think of yourselves, you two and the other young members in the team, and you got the experience of your dad. You know, it's got very, very close similarities. Good machinery, dad's experience, and what he can teach you young guys. And you guys have been around him for so long now. In regards to teams, it's kind of pretty similar for me. All recars, custom built. Yeah, they are wicked machinery, mate. Thanks for that, Carlo.
As someone's asked here too, will the workshop be open at teams this year for people to come have a look? You know, you normally do an open day at teams. You didn't last year, obviously, because of the time of year and COVID. Is you guys or Pete planning to have a open day at the workshop again this year for teams, or no?
I don't want to speak out of character, but I'm pretty sure we are. I think we are on the Sunday morning. We'll be here working on our cars, and obviously people are welcome to come out at their leisure. But yeah, I guarantee it will be open. Yep.
Yeah, awesome. Well, there you go. I lost a comment. It rolled up too quick. So whoever asked that, there's your answer.
Josh, yeah.
The comments are rolling pretty quick. People are got all sorts to say. It's hard to keep up.
Dean Taylor's got a question for you, Josh. Dean Taylor, what brought Josh out of retirement?
Nah, nothing really. Had the bug. He said I was either in retirement.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking then.
So
yeah,
do you...
look, even
Sorry, go, kids.
Amron, who was running the great Buildup for the New Zealand Superstocks, AMS, we know what he done there as well, and where Dad got ranked at number 2, I think it was. Just saying congrats, on behalf of the crew and the team at Huntley Speedway on your 240s, Ethan. Best of luck to the teams next weekend as well.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. What does that mean to you, Josh? When the fans all rock on up, turn up, they just show up to show what you think about you and everything. Mate, the fans are so important, eh?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Without the fans and everyone that turns up, it wouldn't be the meeting it is. And it's a pretty cool feeling, when you roll up and everyone's straight over to have a look at the Gisborne cars, or when you go out for that Grand Parade, it's just something that you never expect. And I think as soon as you hit that Grand Parade, that's when the hype starts, and yeah, the weekend's about to begin, and it's just a cool feeling.
Awesome.
Hey, Heath, mate, I know you're busy in the shed. I can hear Dad in the background, but I know you do a lot of work on the cars, and yourself, Josh. You guys wouldn't be able to do this stuff without your families and the crews and sponsors. That's where a lot of credit's got to be recognised as well. They see what you guys do out there on the track every race time, but there's a hell of a lot of work that happens behind the scenes.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of work that happens behind the scenes, and like you said at the start of that sentence, without Dad, I probably wouldn't be doing the sport. To the caliber that we're doing it now. So big thanks to him and Asher as well, and all our crews that travel with us everywhere we go. Without them, it would be hard to do what we do. And our sponsors are massive. Like without our sponsors, we would not be doing what we do. So thanks to them and thanks to everyone else too.
Yeah, mate, no, it's awesome. Look, Riley's asked a question. This always seems to pop up when we talk to you guys with Gizzy, and it's to do with your brother. You reckon Asher will ever come back to Gizzy team? Don't know, eh, mate? Maybe.
Never say never. That's
yeah.
Cool,
Yeah, everyone talks about that. No, cool, Les. All right, boys. Well, hey, it's just clicked over 7:30. We do appreciate your time. I know you got jobs you got to do because we had Zane Dykstra on earlier on. He's joining us alongside with Dylan, poster boy, but later on with the Wanganui team. And Zane's out working on the front bumper, I think it is. We've got the Scrapper boys sitting there waiting to jump on for a chat as well. But, I wish you guys all the best. Hope it all goes well, and good luck to you guys and to the team, and the fans will be out there. And yeah, go along and support, jump online, check out the Gisborne Giants Facebook page. All the information in regards to the merchandise is available. It's up there for sale. You just got to go online to Race Fanatics and it's all there. There's even sizes for yearbooks I see there as well.
I'm going to get me a Gizzy top to replace the old one, mate. I think this is a bit worn out now, so I better get another one. I've been told by that's a make. I got to buy a whole lot of shirts this bloody year. Shit, I got bloody all of them telling me to buy a shirt. Hey.
But we'll catch up with you guys around at your major sponsor on Saturday morning. We'll see you there. And cheers, boys. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Awesome. Ethan Rees, Josh Prentice, two of the members of the Gisborne Giants. They're the last team of the show. We've been building it all week, part of the Enzed New Zealand Superstock Teams Chance at Palmerston North, which started all on Monday. It's just been awesome to catch up with these boys. Just bring in Hamish Booker and Tyler Walker from the Stratford Scrappers. Hey, guys, how are you?
Yeah, mate, good. All good.
Mate, thank you for taking our time to join us on the show and be part of the Scrappers Buildup to the big event next weekend. The big show, the greatest show on dirt, they would call it down there in Palmerston North. You excited there, Hamish?
Oh, yeah, always excited about it, eh?
Yeah,
just
love it, eh?
Like meeting, really. Everyone's there.
Yeah. Well, I might as well call you what they call you, T-Walker, eh? Is that the name, bro?
That's what goes around these days, mate, I think. So
yeah, you excited? You excited, Tyler?
We're getting there. It's come around pretty quick. Like we've had a pretty busy last, month and a half, month or so racing. So haven't really put too much thought into it, and now it's no other meetings until then now. So we put it out of the GP. So it's time to start focusing on it, and yeah, it'll start building up pretty good now.
Yeah, the GP this weekend, I think touch and go weather-wise, you're going to have to watch out on the Facebook page in regards to what Kiki's going to do. There's a lot going on. Someone was typing in our questions and our comments about apparently, I'm not too sure if it's true or not.
Christopher, it was all 56.
Yeah, it's Elton John being cancelled all of a sudden out at Mount Smart. But anyway, there's a lot been going on around the Speedway. And we'll see what happens. Let's hope Miani gets underway books because we want to see the straw
I'm
live.
looking out my door at the moment. It's been raining pretty steady now for the last hour or so. So I don't like Miani's chances for tomorrow either now. So, which will annoy me because I was taking my grandkids to see the double-decker derby. I was more interested in that than the teams race, actually, to be honest.
A bit of fun. And that's what we talk about, Hamish, this weather. We just come out of the COVID thing, which buggered up the teams, and that moved to April last year. But this weather thing, have you able to do a lot of seat time, mate? Have you managed to get much seat time?
Not really. I would have liked a fair bit more, probably. I think I've only done probably 4 meetings this year. Just about.
Shit.
We were supposed to run up at Stratford tomorrow night, but that's already been postponed. So because I hadn't had a race since Boxing Day, really, other than the Huntley practice.
Wow!
Holy hell! Wow!
Yeah. Just because, I decided not to go to the 240s, just to give myself a break and get some stuff ready for the car and whatnot.
Yeah, wow. Tyler, well, you're lucky, Tyler, because you've done a couple of stock car meetings and your Superstock, mate. How many races you've done? You would have done about a dozen or so, I would guess, in both classes.
Stock car, I've done a few more in the stock car, but I think super I've only done, if you include the 240s, 4 meetings.
Yeah.
Because every time I go to race it bloody rains or something, so it's sort of we've had a bit of a shit time at Stratford this year with rain and whatnot. So, but yeah, I think 4 meetings, so not really a lot of track time really.
What do you think of the 240s, mate? A hell of a show they put on down there at Vegas. Both nights just unreal.
Yeah, Rotorua always put on a first class event. They definitely make it what it is. So it's always a pretty cool meeting. It was my first time being there, and I didn't really have the best run myself, but like just watching the second night, it's a pretty awesome meeting to be a part of.
Yeah, just the way the crowd sit around the top of the track, they all look down on it, and you just hear the roar around the whole hills. It just echoes. And considering the fans loved it, it was a full house there on the Saturday night. Saturday night, yeah. But when you think about it, because you haven't had the New Zealand Superstocks, obviously, we never get to see the big meetings. That was really the biggest one you guys have had yourself, Tyler, in regards, So it was huge. Phil Steiner, good luck to all the teams. It's great entertainment all around. Can't get this year. He's got work on, but he'll be watching the stream. And cheers, Phil. We've enjoyed the show. It has been a great show over the week, catching up with all the drivers. Our second to last team for tonight as well.
Look what it says for Tyler. He's got have you got a simulator, mate? Got a simulator now?
Yeah, mate. Are you guys going to let me on that cockpit racing?
Yeah.
Here's another one, eh?
Cody Mack's been on our case. So, okay. All right. Okay. Have you done much online stuff, Tyler?
I used to years ago.
Yeah.
VR and stuff like that. But nah. Laptop blew up and never got a new one, so I haven't raced for years, really. But.
Wicked. Have you ever done this stuff, Hamish? You ever had a dabble with the online sim racing stuff?
Nah, never really, eh? Nah.
Yeah. PlayStation?
About that.
No, that's all good. Oh, well, we'll have to work that one out, Tyler. Yeah, we've a bit of fun. Hey, that'll be cool. Hey, what's it been like, though, the build-up to the event? Obviously, it's only like next weekend, isn't it? Most will arrive there Friday, get ready for the Saturday, Sunday. And, mate, this build-up over the last few weeks has just been unbelievable if you've been following social media. Hamish, just the whole hype around this event coming up is just next level, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It always is, really. It's always the biggest meeting of the year for us. Everyone gets into it, really. Yeah, all the crowd and crew and everything, everyone gets into it.
Yeah, you would have been following some of the stuff too, Tyler, on social media, just all the images, the photos, the track, the Lions are back, the Wanderers are back. It's just since taken up to that next level.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, especially, having 14 teams again, and obviously having, Great Britain again, it adds a pretty big part of it to the mix again. So, I think it's definitely leading up to be a pretty awesome event, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is it about the scrappers when you represent Stratford, you guys? You give it your all. Even if the car's just running, not quite right, you just stick yourself out there and you try to turn left or right to block. It seems to be a tradition that seems to have come out from your home track for a long time. I remember the Gladiators and the scrappers back in the day with the little cars. What is it? Is it just something that's bred into you guys that race for their club? The never give up attitude I'm talking about it, because you guys just leave it all on the track.
Must just be in the scrapper's name or something like that.
That's not what I'm sure we'll be able to say, because I'm sure it used to be a bit of a meat axe back in the day and just blew everything apart. But I don't know, really. I think it probably stems back a lot to the whole scrappers and gladiators day,
Mm-hmm.
Back when racing was racing, sort of thing. But I don't know. Stratford seems to breed pretty good drivers and competitiveness and whatnot. So it definitely it helps a little bit. I know scrappers probably haven't had the I don't know, results and shit that they used to, but I think it's starting to come back through the ranks again now. So hopefully we can keep pushing along.
What I do know, though, you've got your loyal fans. I've seen them in the grandstand. I've seen them around the crowd. They rock up to support you guys. Win or lose, they're loyal, and that's what it's about. They know what you guys can achieve at the end of the day if it really falls in place for you guys, mate. The fans just mean so much to you, Zay, because they just turn up every single time.
Yeah, it's pretty neat, eh? It's sort of like the Tigers back in, when they race, you always knew their supporters and shit like that. Every year you go to teams, you always see the same scrap of guys there and same supporters, and it's cool to have that support. And it's pretty awesome when you get a win and you take the flag around on victory lap and shit like that, and you get to see everyone there and just how much support you've got. So it is pretty neat.
Wicked, mate. Hey, the official team announced Blair Uhlenberg, Zane Riddick, Hamish, who's with us, and Tyler, and of course young Blake Adamson, who's going to be there as well. This young kid who's built most of his car. This is what it's about. Carl Shearer's the sixth driver, and John Booker, who joined us last time with the Buildup, managing. But, the opportunity for these young guys to step up to the big show, it's what it's about, eh?
Yeah, it's a bit hard for them probably since they haven't really had too much of a teams race this year. Like we planned on going to Huntley, obviously, and then we would have liked to have had another one, but just of that weather and that day, couldn't give them a run. But even myself, even though I've done a few, I still would have liked the teams race this year, a few before we went to Palmy. But yeah, it hasn't happened.
Yeah, you guys looking forward to getting back into the square?
Yeah, it's always cool to get down there. It's hard to even drive around the bloody car park, really, and it's that full, but it's definitely a bit of a spectacle.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
We caught it with it's going to be massive down there. That's where the hype of the event starts. You see everyone rolling into Palmerston North, and they're sitting there from either 11, 12 or 1 o'clock ready for all the cars to turn up down at the square. And it's just good. And just remind those people who are going to be down there with the massed hundreds or thousands that will be there, as Bruce Robinson explained, once the teams get in there, they're going to get them through the scrutineering and then get them to head straight down to the trap, because you can't fit 14 teams into the square. So make sure if you want to get along there, get there nice and early, because the teams will just roll in, do what they need to do, and go through the officials, then start making their way down to the track. So just a heads up on that. And everyone's excited, because I tell you what, looks like the plaza empties out and everything around there. They all just head down to the square. You guys got merch? You guys got some scrappers merch, anything like that?
Yep, yeah, that'll be getting sold at the square as well. Yep, we've been selling quite a bit up at home lately in the souvenir shop and that, but we had a night of it the other night, but yeah, we'll have it in the square ready for everyone.
Yeah.
So
Tyler,
sorry. So a couple of times we've spoken to you, Tyler, during the year. We did the Stratford practice, and we talked to you a couple of times. I think it's been you talking about this is your last year in the Super. You win teams. Does the decision change?
If you win teams, you go out on a high, I think, mate.
Yeah, you don't come back. You don't come back to defend it.
I don't know. Never say never, but at the moment, I'm pretty happy to, hang the gloves up in the Superstock, to be honest, mate, and
fair enough.
Carry on. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I just thought I'd better ask that just to see what you like. I remember we talked to Gary Lonergan, and he said if he didn't get a number on his car, he was going to sell his stock car and get focused on the Superstock, and ended up with a number back, or the same number back on his car. So now he's got the stock car a bit longer. So it's.
Well, I actually thought about the other, not teams racing, but individual. But I don't know. I'd say if you win anything, it'd be pretty cool to say that you won it and you never got to lose it. But,
yeah, well, that's the other thing too. What happens if you get a 1, 2, or 3 NZ as well? So it'll be interesting. Are you both going to be under the NZs now out at the later date?
Yep, should be.
Yeah. Awesome.
North Island Supers in March as well, eh? That's going to be another good meeting. That'll be your goal, I would guess. I would guess too, most of these drivers will try and get as much track time as they can. But then again, it all depends on the bloody weather, like everything at the moment. So just keep an eye on a lot of the social media pages for those who are going to venture off to Speedway meetings. There's a lot of postponements, all this type of stuff. The weather just seemed to come in over the last few days, especially for those heading up towards the NZGP stock cars at Kiki. There's an update on their Facebook page to understand a final decision, maybe, or it should be made tomorrow morning, I would guess, maybe moving it to a Sunday or Monday, but it's anniversary weekend up this way. We'll just have to wait and see. But like I say, just keep an eye on their Facebook page. You'll see all the details. Let's get the legend Pazza behind the wheel. That's Chris Bailey, mate. You know Chris Bailey, Chris 56.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, I've tried. I've even said like, I'm not that fussed on bloody doing every single meeting. I've told him if he wants to, we'll put him in there, and he'd just rather bloody get on the spinners, I think, to be honest, mate. So, but yeah, he's been offered that many cars, and like Munchie's Motorsport have said that they'll chuck him in a car, and yeah, there's been quite a few people offer, but he's always he's happy to be bloody watching from the stand and fixing the shit I wreck. So
Yeah, hard out. Yeah, hard out. Tice Adamson, good to catch you, Tice. Actually, the 240s, mate. Good to meet you. And I've been talking with Troy as well. Looking forward to seeing the young lad 99S making his debut. We're talking about young Blake, this young kid. So we're going to get him on a show sometime in the future. I was walking around at the 240s, planning all these future interviews. I was walking next to me, I was like, yeah, let's get all busy. No, it's cool, Les. Mate, you know, the crews do all the work behind the scenes. The family sacrifice so much for you guys to get out there and do what you love, entertain the fans. You cannot do without them, eh, Hamish? You know, the name Booker's been around for a long time.
Good name, that Booker name.
Yeah, it's a good bloody name, all right. Yeah.
You can't do anything without the crews, eh? It's they're everything to it, really. Yeah.
Tyler, family. Yeah, hard out. Yourself, Tyler, family and crews.
Yeah, I've got a few crew. Mainly old man. You know, he's in the shed just about every single night. He lives for it a little bit too much. Bloody, he's pretty committed, and I definitely wouldn't be where I am without him. That's for sure. So. And then obviously, I've got a few other people that travel around with us, Liam and Taylor and Tracy and Mum and whatnot, you know. So always got a few people helping out in the background.
New Zealand Stock Car Chance made up in Auckland, you know, with the Munchies Motorsport team. And just thank you, by the way, too, for their donation, the gift stuff you've given to us as part of our Cancer Society and what we're giving back to the Go Slideways family as well. You know, I appreciate that. But good to see the Munchies team out there doing their thing. And you went pretty good, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, we went. I felt pretty good. I think I'd only done two races in that car before I went there, and we didn't really know what we were going to expect. And turned out the car was actually really good, and we just kept changing it each race, and just a bit of bad luck in the finals. But it is, you know, it is what it is, and that's racing. But yeah, we're pretty happy with how we went in the finals. So it was a pretty enjoyable meeting.
Yeah, that's motorsports, eh, mate? It can be a cruel thing when it goes your way. You know, you've experienced that obviously in the stock car in recent times. But, mate, when things don't go your way, it can be a bit of a bugger. What's that? 51 meetings this season have been canned because of the rain. Dirt Nuts just updated. So there you go. That's been added to the list, obviously, from the events over the weekends, because I'm guessing Stratford, they were going to host, is it the New Zealand Midgets? Was it this weekend, eh?
Yeah, New Zealand Midgets, and I think they had the mini sprint GP as well.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's all over as well. So just another one to the list, really.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Hamish, stock cars and Superstock. You done stock cars, Hamish?
I've only borrowed a couple of cars back when I did the under 23 champs at Stratford here a few years back. Yeah, but it's all right.
Oh, that's all good, mate. If there was another class, Hamish, I know the book has been anonymous with stock cars and everything like that. Is there anything else that you would think you'd like to have a go in the future? Because you take a look at some of these super stock or stock car drivers, they seem to be going to a bigger class like the super saloons. Would you ever be interested in some other class? Well, I know for a fact Stratford very strong when it comes to bloody modifieds as well.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Would you jump in some?
It'd definitely be good to have a go in a few different classes. Maybe modifieds, like you say, and even midgets. They seem pretty unreal sometimes. And I don't know. Saloons would be all right, but they just seem quite big on the track. Really, I don't know how easy it'd be to pass. Usually we use the punch. Can't really do that.
Oh, bloody Skinny and Blondie used to do down your fellow's home track, not a problem back in the day. What about you, Tyler?
Sprint cars is probably the ultimate as well, but
yeah. Everyone wants to give their bloody Giz a bit of a run for his money at the moment. Hey, Tyler, yourself, is there anything else whatever you decide to do with your super stock or stock cars? Is there something else you'd like to jump behind the wheel in and give it a bit of a blat?
Probably a midget, really. Just power to weight with no wing. As you know, it'd be a bit of a thrill, I reckon. So yeah, if I had one class, it'd probably be a midget, and then obviously, yeah, sprint cars are sort of premier for your speed sort of thing. So just to have a go on one of them would be pretty neat. But yeah, if one class would be a midget, would be pretty cool, I think.
Hey,
I suppose,
you do a bit
carry
of
on.
RC racing too, eh? RC stock cars.
Yeah, I used to bloody live for that shit as well. Anything speedway sort of thing, online, RCs, real thing, whatever. I done it, yeah, whatever I could, as much as I could really. But I've sort of laid back on that as well. But yeah, just to bloody get into RCs, bloody all around New Zealand, everywhere we could go. South Island, all around North Island, everything. So, well, we could. It was good.
The good thing about the online stuff, mate, you just hit escape on your keyboard and the car's all fixed again, eh?
That's for sure. So.
Yeah. Jasmine Clark's jumped in. Good to have you on the show, Jasmine. Let's go Stratford. You got your supporters there as well. Heaps going on, so good to have these questions coming. Keep them rolling in, folks. We'll get through them as much as we can, and we are going to do another update on that auction we're going to be doing on the 22nd of Feb. Heaps going on. It's good to talk to the guys from the Stratford Scrappers, mate. Have you caught up as a team as of yet? Have you had kind of team meetings? How's that preparation with you guys all going at this stage with your manager and so forth? What's it been like to date? I know the Wildcats only a couple of nights ago caught up with each other as well. Have you guys had a Scrappers meeting by any chance?
Yeah, we actually had a meeting last night just to catch up and organise a bit of stuff and whatnot. So sorted out for the weekend.
Go all right?
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Couple of quiet ales, was there?
Oh, just a couple.
So how do you guys how do you guys prepare yourself for teams? Say Friday night, getting ready to go up on the Saturday, or head up Friday to Palmy. It's all getting close to the big show. Do you guys do anything special to prepare yourselves or anything like that for teams?
Nah, nothing special really. Like I say, just make sure the car's all ready and everything's checked over 100% and whatnot. Make sure all the spares are ready to go just in case you need them. Yeah, but myself, I don't really do anything every week just to,
Yourself, Tyler?
I don't know. For myself, everyone sort of gets nervous, I think, and a lot of people seem to don't eat on race days, and I'm sort of opposite. I'll be bloody, I've 6 or 7 hot dogs or something, and just so I can't.
6 or 7 hot dogs, jeez.
I'll just smash it back, old munchies are on. They just keep feeding them to me, so I don't know, just like to feel nice and full and fill out the seat. I don't know whether it's a mind thing but I don't usually have breakfast, but on a big championship, I'll try and have a decent breakfast and just smash back the water because I hate water. But in the heat, I get real dehydrated. I'm absolutely terrible for it, and I just go to sleep in the trailer and have a nap during driver's meeting if I can, sort of thing. But other than that, drink water and just try and chill out and relax in my own trailer, really.
Yeah.
Mate, I know you like the food because every time Booker and I are walking down to the pits at the 240s, you looked over to the the hamburger place in the pits there and everything. Who's standing over there was Tyler. Every bloody time.
You can't beat a good feed at the speedway track.
Yeah.
They do a good one in the pits at Rotorua, though. Those burgers are mean as there.
Muddy Goodley, Tyler would be a definition of a Taranaki hardcore workhorse, with the both classes. You're most really right there, Muddy, and all of these guys give it the effort. When you think about you two guys, when you drive out there in the parade, for you, Hamish, what's that like? What's that whole energy, the vibe of the crowd? You're in there and your team, you guys coming out and you can hear the roar of the crowd. Mate, what's that like from your experience?
It's a bit unreal, really, I suppose. Just, everyone's all amped up and ready to go, and the crowd's all amped up and all excited, and it's just, everyone's cheering and whatnot.
You spot the odd drunk out there, eh? And then the
the odd one. Usually, not too many at the Grand Parade time, but there is the odd one.
So does that kind of put yourself, Hamish, in that mindset? This is it. We're here now. The parade's up, and whatever time you're going to get out there and get prepared for your first race, your first team's race. That's the kind of the setting of it, I would guess. Once you're out there on the track in the parade.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Once you get out on the track for the race, though, I can't say I've paid much attention to what the crowd's up to, but you just Thinking in your own head, really.
Yeah. Yourself, Tyler, heading out there, with the team as well, getting ready for that grand parade. You've just got so much hype of activity on the field, let alone all the fans around the whole stadium. It's just next level, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, mate. Like only happens once a year, really, and so you just sort of, that sort of hype and shit like that in the grand parade, and sort of just try and soak it all up. Really, it's a pretty cool thing to be a part of, and I don't know, just our sport in general is pretty crazy, and but yeah, it's definitely cool to, the grand parade is probably one of the biggest highlights, really. Just seeing an absolute packed stand, and just even the all the teams on the track, and all the sponsored vehicles going around, and it's definitely it's definitely something else to be a part of. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's something you'll never ever forget. It's something you guys will be proud of, and it's something that that would never ever get taken away from you. You competed at that event, like many have over the years. There's these legend drivers. It's really a place that could pretty well make a person a legend if you win the bloody thing. You're a household name, but you guys are household names in your hometown, but also to all the fans that turn up. It's just one of those big bloody shows where you can either make it or you can bloody break it. 9 times out of 10, you'll break it and leave it on the track.
I reckon we got to tell everyone to bring back the beach ball this year, mate, in the crowd. It's been years since you've been to Grand Parade and you see the beach balls being whacked around the crowd, and having fun.
Used to be everywhere up in the bloody grandstand and shit. There used to be 4 or 5 of them, popping around. They actually pretty good fun.
Let's ignore the fun police and bring them back this year, I reckon. I might bring a couple myself and blow them up. I reckon bring back some of that atmosphere.
Grand Parade, to be honest, but I don't know if we'll get away from that one.
Water bombs.
There used to be water. They used to go backwards and forwards too, from the cars to the crowd as well. If I remember back in the day, shivers.
Remember the old blowing up all the condoms being flown around? That used to be a thing back in the day too, eh? Everyone blowing them up. The old condoms here, there, and everywhere. Someone try to pop the bloody thing, and I won't say what happened after that though. John Loveridge, good luck team, watching from Port Hedland, Western Australia. Oh, I know Port Hedland. I got family up there actually in Port Hedland, up there in the northern Western Australia. Tony Cox here, Carlo, cheers for the hangi the other night, bro. The lamb was off the chain. Loving the hangi. That's awesome, mate. Imagine having hangis down at the bloody speedway track. Everyone would go for it, wouldn't they? Awesome. All right, guys. Well, hey, that's just about a wrap for tonight with you two gentlemen representing the Stratford Scrappers. So when do you guys start heading through to Palmy? Is it Friday morning, Friday lunchtime?
Yeah, I'll go down Friday myself just so you can wake up and, wake up and you're already in Palmy. You can do whatever you want, relax in the morning, but that's just myself.
Yeah, I'll head down Saturday morning probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're all meeting at the Brewers Apprentice, I think it is. We're parking up down there for a bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because most of the teams last year parked up and around the square, because it obviously wasn't at the square. They were parked up around the main street. So people can come see the Scrappers down at the Brewers Apprentice. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, we'll be there. Yeah, I don't think we're selling merchandise there, though. We're only doing that at the square.
Oh, okay.
All right. Cool it is. Yeah. And you're right there. You're right there on Friday, Tyler. You go out for dinner with the family and that?
Yeah, mate, we'll just get there. We've got a house, so we'll just get there, chill out on the Friday, and then cook up a good breakfast at the house and just chill as a team, or, with my crew on that, and then, go down to the pub and whatnot, have a couple of beers before racing, maybe. We'll see.
You bump into a few fans, mate? They always turn up there and they'll recognise you, and I suppose, it's hard to get away from them because they love it. They love it as much as you guys enjoy entertaining out there on the track, and that's what it's about. The fans seem to buy tickets as soon as they go on sale. It only lasts X amount of minutes. The accommodation is very, very hard to come by these days. As soon as one room's up and available, it's gone just like that, So people love it, mate. Mark Goodman, is T Walker's NZ equivalent of GB's Wild Child? Oh, there you go. There's a bit of a good comment for you, mate.
I don't know how wild I am.
Just remember to turn around in the pits when we're down there at the square, because the Wild Child and Kins are going to be doing a dance together, apparently. So we better get that on camera, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, I opened my bloody mouth last time we were talking to him because we watched what he did when he got put on the wall by Asher and he was doing this whole dance, the young fella. And I said, yeah, mate, I'll give you a bit of a challenge. Just do something down at the square. Yeah, no doubt someone will come with the camera and throw it on the big screen. But, it's all about the fun. Andrea, yeah, you're right. Bring back the old music. They used to play like Eye of the Tiger, Final Countdown. It's going way back, the old school stuff. And I think they have a band down there. They had another guy that was just next level when they come to MC, when they had Levi Sherwood.
Oh, that guy was hard case, man.
That guy was just full on.
He was into it. I could do that job.
Yeah, mate, you get it. Oh, look, you open your mouth now. You put yourself in it.
Get out there, sing my Hawkeye song. Oh.
Yeah, you do. Hey guys, thank you very much, Hamish and Tyler. Safe travels to the big show next weekend with your family, your crew, and to all the rest of the scrappers: Blair Uhlenberg, Zane Riddick, young Blake Adamson, Carl Shearer, and of course your management team and everyone that supports you. You got a big list of sponsors. There's a massive lot of sponsors here that have helped out support the team to make things all possible. But, we appreciate you guys joining us as part of the build-up to next weekend's NZ New Zealand Superstock Teams Champs. Thanks, guys. We'll catch up with you down at the square, eh? Cheers.
And good luck.
Yeah,
cheers, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
While you're talking, kids, Zane can probably hear me. Your mic's muted, Zane. So before we bring you in, unmute your mic. I'll see it unmute itself when it happens. There we go. Look at that.
Hey,
yeah.
That's
Okay.
right. He's sitting there looking real good, and Poster Boy's been sitting there for some time as well. So
Yeah,
we'll bring them
I'll be talking. I might have to bring up. I might have to bring up some things about him, Kins, on the next morning of 240s. Mr. Marshall.
We'll keep it clean. It's a family show. But just quickly before we do bring these two young gentlemen, is our last team of our build-up this week, which all started on Monday. We had promoter Bruce Robinson, sponsor for 20 years, Shane Dewar, Dutech NZ, obviously Dutech Motorsports Facebook page. Go and have a look at that. Your chance to win some passes for the big event next week. It's pretty straightforward. Just jump on their page, give it a like and a share and so forth. We kick-started off with the team that came back into the event, the Wanderers. A couple of the drivers there from the Waikato Wanderers team. You'll see the Mulu Bells, or you'll hear the Mulu Bells. Then we had the defending champs on Monday, the Rotorua Rebels. Always good to catch and have a bit of fun with them. Tuesday, the Bay Park Busters, the Manawatu Mustangs, the Auckland All-Stars. On Wednesday, we had the Hawkeyes, the Wildcats, and the Eagles. Last night, we had the Kings, the Lions, and the Panthers. We just finished talking to the Giants and the Scrappers, and this is the 14th team that will be at the big event next weekend at the NZ New Zealand Superstock Teams Champs. And I'd like to welcome in from the Wanganui Warriors.
Before we bring them in, Kins, just before we bring these gentlemen in, I'll just do a couple of quick things. One, like I said, begin the show, people. Our man here, Kinser, Councillor Wilkinson, got told today his accommodation's been gone for next week. So if you can help out and have got anywhere for him and his family to stay or know a room or something, contact us, please, because being told a week out from teams that your accommodation you've had for 20 years is no longer available sucks to be the word. But yeah, so if you can help, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Secondly, I'm going to go through this prize pack for these auctions on the 22nd of February we're doing, just quickly. I'll take a big breath to get through it. So we have 2 Pollux shirts, 2 Pollux hats, a $100 food voucher, family pass to both nights of a New Zealand Superstocks. We have New Zealand Superstock shirts and hoodies. We have Gisborne Giant shirts and hoodies. We have Panthers shirts and hoodies, Mustang shirts and hoodies, Frankie Wayman's British Lions gear, Waikato shirts and hoodies, 717 gear, Rebels hoodie and shirt, live streams from the Pits Media of the New Zealands, Baby Motorsport merch pack. Murray Goodley's got 2 drawings he's donated. Palar Games, the man that brings us teams racing on our phone. $200 packet save vouchers. We've got Hawkeye's gear. We've got Auckland's All-Stars shirts, hoodies and hats. Harley Rob's got some shirts. Glen Eagles merch. Keegan from Hutt Park Racing has donated a $100 petrol voucher. Double pass to the Superstock Shootout Stock Car Knockout in Wellington. Plus the Wellington Top 10 Holiday Park is going to donate 1 night's accommodation for that meeting. Hang on, I've got to scroll. Then we've got merch coming from Troy from Parby Team's Superstock Teams page. It also gave us the book to give away. Then we've got Munchie's $100 food voucher, and what was that with that? Shirts, was it? With the
Yeah, we got
munchies.
some hoodies and shirts.
Hoodies and shirts.
Munchies, yeah, hoodies and donate $100 voucher. That's right, and 2 munchies motorsport hoodies. That's right.
Oh, and that's it.
And and one more from Troy Adamson. You've got the merch as well.
I see that.
Maybe singlets. Oh, sorry, I'm too busy looking.
Oh,
at
so
all
he's
these
not
people
paid
on the road
attention,
somewhere.
team. Did you see that? He doesn't listen to me.
And also, we got a prize pack thanks to Garage 16 New Zealand Dirt Track magazine as well. We got an NZ DTR hoodie, T-shirt, cap, $50 fuel voucher, and a copy of the NZ Dirt Track magazine. And we've also got this wonderful book that's been put together as part of the NZ 2022 Superstock Team Champs, thanks to my friend, our friend Troy Adamson. An amazing book there as well, with so much photos and everything in it, just reflecting on 2022. It's just a brilliant book. We're going to give you a chance to win that as well. So, like I say, just keep an eye on our Kokpit Racing and Media page.
Awesome. Okay, let's bring these two fellas in, these Wanganui Warriors. Here we go. 1 and 2. Hey, boys.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah.
Yes, sweet as. Mate, thanks for joining us. The last team of the build-up was started since Monday. You are the 14th team to join us. 14 teams, guys. Dylan, mate, it's going to be a hell of a weekend next week on 14 teams.
Yeah, 14 teams. I think it's the biggest teams event I've been a part of. Back with GB and Waikato back. So, yeah, pumped to get back into it. I think interesting. It will go back to points rather than groups as well, which will be interesting.
Yeah. Captain Zane, mate, the big show. Good to have the Lions, Wanderers back as Mulu Bells and Coronation Street playing in the background, mate. It's just going to be going off.
Yeah, it will be. As like Dylan said, we're looking forward to it. Obviously, things are going to change a little bit, not going groups and going to points. So, be a little bit more tactical, and it'll be interesting racing.
Yeah, mate, hard out. Hey, both of you guys were at the 240s on the weekend, Dylan. A bloody massive meeting, mate. Obviously, the New Zealand Superstocks were canned due to the wet weather, but that 240s is just something next level.
Yeah, 240s is definitely one of the meetings we look forward to, other than teams and New Zealand's. But yeah, huge turnout. I think record numbers. They said 130 plus cars, and Rotorua knows how to put on a meeting. Every time we're there, it's always a good show, and yeah, can't beat that first turnaround Rotorua. So
yeah, mate, you love it, eh? You love Rotorua, eh? Everyone loves Rotorua track.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, go not too bad around there, but if you can pretty much get out of the tangle up in the first lap, it's usually good fun.
Did you have a runoff? Is that right? Am I right?
Yeah, she had a runoff. Hey, is that?
He's a bloody good blocker too.
Nah.
He was telling me that the next day, Zane.
So you talk about your runoff there, Dylan?
Yeah, it was for third and second tier at the 240s. So first runoff in the Superstock. Managed to get the job done. So pretty stoked with that, eh?
New car, eh? How's that going?
Yeah, the new Rees, loving it. It's been pretty much good right out of the box. So good to set up and loving it pretty much.
That is auction, Shane, by the way, in regards to what Book was writing their whole big list of, mate. It is auctions, and and the other ones are going to be prizes. We'll work out how we're going to do there, mate. Evan Thomason up the V, 38V, 57V, go the Warriors. We've got a solid team this year, mate. You sure have. Zane, 240s for you, mate. Mate, you didn't hold back. You were dishing it out. I saw some of that as well. And then off you take off again, mate. You just loved it, eh, the boat nights?
Yeah, no, I did. Had a pretty average run in the first night, so it was into the repecharge, and then just give it our best shot, and obviously in the repecharge just try to get one of the club mates through and see what happens. But and then just had fun in the last 2 heats that we had. So it wasn't actually meant to turn out that way in the last heat.
Yeah.
With I think I can't remember 16B, he went up and over. It was just my driving incident really. Shouldn't have put my car in that position, but I did.
Yeah, mate. No, you weren't holding back, mate. We were watching you going hard out, giving it shit, mate. You're like,
yeah. I got into first place for one corner, and that was about it.
But have you managed to do much lap time, mate? You know, jump in the seat because the weather's affected a lot. Have you done much? Because the guys we spoke to before may have honestly done 4 race meetings. Some just may have done 7. I don't think we've spoken to anyone that's just about done double figures yet. Have you managed to get much seat time, Zane?
I would have been. I think I might have been on my with those 2 nights. I'd probably be on my 9th or 10th meeting. So yeah, I've got a few good runs in at Wanganui. Obviously, at the start of the season, done a couple of trips over to Palmy. Got a few runs over there. But yeah, otherwise not too many. Obviously, over this championship time, we obviously had the New Zealand's cancelled and things like that. So yeah, it's been a bit of a bummer weather this time of the year. So.
Yeah, hard out, mate. So I love all your lives you do at your motels and everything, by the way. I see you always living on the phone, going live and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's my brother. That's not me.
Oh, that's not you. Oh, it's your brother.
No. Definitely not. He kind of looks like me, but not as good looking, you see. So.
Yourself, Dylan, have you managed to get much seat time, mate? You know, because of weather, like I think we got updated 51 speedway events have been canned now. This weather's just been a real, you know. But have you managed to get much seat time, mate?
Yeah, it was well, with the new car, it was the plan to sort of get as many meetings in as possible for all these big championships. And with these rainouts, I think with 240s included was only our 6th meeting of the season. So I think we had planned to be up around sort of 12 meetings by now. So yeah, bit of a down buzz and a rough start to the year. I think it's almost been worse than the COVID year. So yeah, hopefully for some good weather. It's up here in Hamilton at the moment and it's pouring with rain. So I apologize for any technical difficulties that might drop out, but try and make it work.
No, mate, you're holding it very well because I'm just up the road from you. I'm about 40, 50 minutes away from you. You're right. It's just been pouring. The weather's been storming around the whole Coromandel Peninsula. It's just all shut down.
It's stopped here now for a couple. It's been stopped for the last hour here now, Kin. So who knows? We might see a team race tomorrow night in Napier. A double decker derby.
And you might see the draw come out eventually as well. For those who want to get updated on the team draw for next weekend, Kiwi Motorsport, if you're going to get the live stream, they are going to make the announcement of the draw as well. Mate, Zane, you know, when you think about it, the Poms, like I said at the start there, the Mooly Bells will be ringing harder with the Wanderers. You know, the hype around this event for next weekend on social media, if you live on there, it's just unbelievable. You know, the fans are sharing so much. Just about nearly every speedway track, there has a team there. Anyone that's associated with anything speedway seems to be sharing everything, and it's all pointing to Palmy. The teams, it's just been crazy on social media.
Yeah, it has. It's been awesome. I mean, the build-up from last year is bigger and better, and it's always going to get bigger and better, I think, especially with having 14 teams this year. It's just going to be huge. Heaps more fans coming in, obviously cheering on their home tracks and things like that, and obviously overseas tracks, and yeah, it's just going to be massive.
Yourself, Dylan, you would have noticed the how it's been going on social media, mate. You know, everyone's just sharing this and that, and it's just been cool, eh?
Yeah, I think it's been real good. It's I definitely noticed after 240s, it's always that first Monday out. I think you get majority of the teams get released, and pretty much from that Monday, it all kicks off into full steam.
Yeah.
Especially with you guys doing these build-up videos as well. It's been good. It's been jumping on every night and gets you hyped up, ready for the big show. So, yeah, really enjoyed the hype this year.
Okay, Mark Goodman, a question for you, Zane. What happens when 5M comes into sight on the track?
Well, I told him he needs a spare wing because he might need it.
Yeah, you're right, Richard Mason. You know, what would really make this pretty well perfect actually is Nelson to come back and race in the teams. But they've got good numbers from what we hear growing up down at the track. So, you know, I would guess maybe watch this space. Let's hope the weather clears away for next weekend. Well, we're all hoping, mate. I'm guessing the thousands of fans that congregate down the Palmerston, we're hoping that it does. Oh, look at Elias. Elias is
I just saw that,
mate. Yeah, hey, saying Kiwi Rail called. They need your side rail for a temporary crossing.
I love the banter. Love it.
So you guys looking forward to being back in the square this year?
Yeah, yep. So on Friday night, we were over in Speedway Garage in Wanganui.
Yep.
From from about 4 p.m. I think we're going to have the cars on show over there. I think the girls are going to sell a bit of merch and things like that, just for the locals and the close supporters. And then obviously over to the square on Saturday, is it? Saturday's racing, I think.
Yeah.
And then
don't be late.
input from there. Don't be late. Yeah, that's the one.
Mm-hmm. So you stay back home in Wongas, you guys, and well, obviously Dill's got a big drive down from Hamilton from H-Town, but when does the team will arrive in Palmy? Is it Saturday morning, Zane?
Yeah, pretty much. I think I'm not too sure about Dylan if you're making it over to.
Yeah, I'll be down on Friday. I'm down to Wanganui on Friday for the show outside Speedway Garage, and then I suppose we all convoy over to Palmy Saturday morning. So.
Yeah.
So you looking forward as well to the square this year, Dylan? Being a bit more hype this year with the square coming into play?
Yeah, it's like my first year teams had the square, and the hype pretty much kicks off from there. You get the excitement, so it'll be good to have it back. I think definitely makes the whole weekend, and the fans love it. So I remember me being a fan, the always trip down to the square. It was it was real good.
Yeah, I suppose for you, Dylan, I suppose it's keeping the ladies away, because they want to do selfies with you, mate.
It's like, when I got roped into this interview again, I knew this
I think Zane gives the kids the ammo too, Dylan, eh?
But that's what it's about, eh, Dylan? The fans that turn up, these young kids that are racing in their class of mini stocks, which is great for Speedway, no matter what class they venture into. That's the start that kids need to. These kids look up to you guys, if they want to be Superstock or stock car drivers, because long term, one day, one of those kids that will talk to you and shake your hand or get an autograph or have a photo, they will be eventually, like what you were saying, you turned up there as a kid. Maybe one day, if they can afford and they got the finance behind them, they could be doing teams racing, eh?
Yeah, that was definitely when I was in mini stocks, and even before then down at Palmy, it was the end goal was to be at Palmy teams in a super stock. So never thought I'd get there, but it's real happy to sort of be amongst it now and on the other side of the fence. So.
Yeah, mate. What about yourself, Zane? When these fans come with these young kids, and I know you guys are obliging to them, you talk to them, shake their hand and do what you need to do, because without them, you're nothing, basically. And they really want to emulate what you guys do and maybe be like you guys one day. It's pretty cool, eh, Zane?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, I have all the time in the world for the kids and that. They're our next generation into the sport, especially the ones that starting off in mini stocks and things. I mean, shit, when I get old, they might be beating me, so... I mean, that's where we started off, and that's where a lot of them come from. And it's an awesome class to introduce them into Speedway.
Yeah, hard out. You're 100% right with that comment. As you get older, these young ones that come on through, the younger generation just don't have any fear. And if they've got what it needs to take, mate, they're not going to hold back. They just do what they do, and that's how they're being taught. But I reckon this mini stock class is a massive attribute to the future of Speedway and what we love and what we enjoy. John Loveridge, Wanganui is my hometown. Very proud to be a Warrior fan. Great work done. In the background, people like the Smiths, the Moonies, the Dykstras, Hugans, watching from Port Hedland, Western Australia. Mate, you got fans over in Aussie cheering you guys on, eh?
Oh, good.
That's pretty cool. G'day, mate. Hope you enjoy it, and enjoy the live stream as well coming up next weekend. Thanks to Video Hub. Making up the team, the GJ Gardner's Home New Zealand Wanganui Warriors Superstock team. Captain Zane sitting with us, Dylan Marshall, Kaylin Mooney, Max Holloway, young Max, Jerry Linklater, and Josh Carr, who is a 6th driver. Now, Jerry, one Enzed stock car champ back in the day. Is that right, or have I got that wrong?
Yep, that's him. He's the legend.
Yeah. Wow. How the hell did you make that happen?
Well, he ended up buying the car off Sean Smith, so
okay.
He got into it a little bit last year. Obviously, loved it so much that he ended up buying the car, and now he's into it full time. He is absolutely loving it.
As soon as he's in the Superstock, put his hand up for the team straight away. So yeah, he's real keen.
Awesome.
God, I remember back in the day in the stock cars, you had the mohawk going on. He was rocking the mohawk, eh? That's right, eh? Yeah, back in the day.
Bring back the mohawk, I reckon.
Oh, tell him to bring it back. Mate, I had one back in the day, honestly, and it used to be the
Oh
big
my
gel
God.
thing. And, seriously, when I was commentating the New Zealand Sevens down at the Cake Tin back in the day, I used to rock around in a real mohawk with a big spike with all this gel shit. So, I know what it's like, bro. It's hard
What do you
out.
reckon? Do we bring it back for him too, Zane? Hey?
What's that,
Yeah,
sorry?
Bring back the
you-
mohawk for kids too, you reckon?
Oh, mate, I've got too grey now. I'm getting too bloody old. Had dreadlocks when I was a kid, but that's another story. Anyway, Anthony Brown, what about the old fans? I'm 47 and have been waiting for us to win since 1981, mate. You know, hey,
Could be
it's
due
due.
this year.
It's
Could be
it's
due this
due.
year.
Can happen anytime.
Yeah.
Bit of luck on our
that's
side. We'll
the
be
end
waiting.
goal. We've got a lot of fans from the years. Heaps of loyal fans at Wanganui. So yeah, that's the goal. Hopefully, do it for them.
Yeah.
Your first teams race at Palmy, Dylan, where that comment bloody go. Do you remember that much, mate?
Yeah, I think so. A couple of years ago. Yep.
Someone's put here, did you roll Peter Rees in your first team weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, don't know about that.
Yeah.
Might have been the first one. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you don't want to say Sam because the Rees are watching the show. You'll get it.
Every driver that's been on tonight is driving a Rees chassis. So
Yeah, exactly. Me included. So
Yeah, and we noticed that too. We did the testing before we went live at 7. We had you guys all on. It was like, holy hell, we could have brought the show tonight brought to you by Rees, because like we said, it was all bloody Rees chassis. What is it, Dylan? From what you've driven over the years gone by, what made you switch to the Rees? Was it because everyone was driving it, or you just wanted to test it, or someone told you all about the car? It's a bloody good chassis.
yeah, sort of a bit of everything, like you just mentioned. The amount of people in the Rees cars nowadays, it's makes it real helpful if you need a spare part or anything. You got half the paddocks there with Rees cars, so heaps of spares. The support from the Rees family and stuff as well was huge, and so the results sort of speak from themselves. Those boys are definitely on top, and everyone else that's in the car there. So it sort of seemed to be the way to go, and love the decision that I made. So yeah, enjoying it.
awesome.
Saying your brothers jumped in, mate. Have you fixed the car yet?
Well, he should be here fixing it for me.
Did you hear that, bro? You should be there fixing it for him. Someone already said his bloody side rail should be down on a railway track somewhere. Oh, it was a lie. So that's what it was. Adam Brett, let's go the V. Actually, talking of that as well, let's go the V. A friend of ours, hence the reason why we're so passionate around this auction we're doing when it comes to Cancer Society. We've got a good friend of ours that did online racing with us. If you didn't realize, guys, we also do online racing, sim racing, and a good friend of ours known as Richie, and a well-known driver that represented the track down there, Lenny Nichols. It's his son I'm talking about here, and he sadly passed away last year. Books of
around Christmas,
around that time. And yeah, you're right, Brett. We might have to work out, give the MMJ banner a big Rees boys on turn 2.
Yeah, get you Wanganui boys on turn 2 to give your
Yeah.
cars a bit of a wop.
Yeah, because that's where he stood since 1981. Obviously, he was going through his ill health and he wasn't able to be there with us. And the boys from the online racing communities were going to kind of gather there and just do something in respect to Richie. So, yeah, it might be something nice as you go around there, and, go hard out there. And, they'll love you guys for it. Yeah. Up the V. Look at this. It's all covered in up the V, eh? Evan Tidal, hey, fellas, up the V for our bro. Hard out, Nick Samuel Clear, up the V. You got some big fans out there, mate, They're so passionate because when I think about it, we talked about the Rotorua track and that turn 1. You guys, bloody home track's got a turn 1 that either put you up on the wall and you're buggered for the rest of the night, so you be used to it. And, mate, it's just so cool. It's just so cool to have all the fans coming and supporting you, eh? We love it, eh? Love the fans.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. The fans always turn up for us. It's driving around in the parade, it's huge. There's heaps of people cheering up, so I love it.
Yeah, so, what do you think about the parade, Zane? You get out there, mate, you're all in behind in unison with the V cars, ready to get out there, do what you're going to do, and you see all the crowd out there, mate. It just mate, it's just energy. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is. It's a massive hype. I mean, you try and keep calm and collected, but it never happens when you go out for the Grand Parade. You get so excited and itchy in your feet, you just want to jump in and go then. because everyone's just cheering on and going hard. It's awesome. It's just an awesome atmosphere, you know.
Yeah. What about you, Dylan? That grand parade, it's just the start of the big event. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, can't beat it every year. It's instant goosebumps out the gate, pretty much. The fans is unbelievable. You don't know what it's like until you're out there. It's everyone looking down. It's another feeling. Definitely gets you hyped up for teams racing. That's for sure.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Evan Thomason up the V, So everyone's just loving you guys, mate. That's what it's about, the fans. And we won't say what happened to Randy T when he spoke to us when he went out on the parade books. That's just another thing.
Oh, Elias has put, make sure you don't hook the toe strap to the fuel line again, bro.
Oh, he's going to try and bring out all our secrets.
Hey, listen, with it being 14 teams this year and it's first across the line isn't always going to get it done this year, does that sort of change your mindset and how you're going to race the first night to how you would normally last year? Like first across the line sort of got you there, didn't it, to the finals? This year, I mean, Hawke's Bay for 2 or 3 years went undefeated and never made the finals.
I think it's definitely still the goal is definitely to win it, for sure. And then I think in the back of your mind, it's to get across the line and keep going. A lot of the time you miss on the goal line, it's get your car up and fired and collect every point you can, just because your points are that more crucial this year. So.
Yeah, it is right. It's going to be pretty cool actually to see how that goes. Cameron Higgins will, Wanganui merch up for some auction. Cheers, Bevan. Thanks for that post in there. Hopefully, I'll catch you a Cam later, sort that all up as well and see what we get on there. Don't forget to also the prize pack, the Garage 16 New Zealand Dirt Track Racing Magazine as well. We've got a hoodie, T-shirt, $50 voucher, and a copy of the mag to be won. I tell you, got the generosity of the Speedway community. It's just been amazing to help support us with the build-up of the show. You guys being the last team that we're going to speak with over this week. It's just been crazy. And when we get down to bloody Palmerston, we'll be catching you guys again. Hey, your crew's been doing all the work on the cars, getting ready, I would guess, Dylan. Your crew, when does that all start? Or is that already started, mate? Because Zane hasn't even fixed his car according to his brother yet. So, Dylan, has your crew got in the shed yet, mate?
Yeah, I was being sort of myself at the moment, just been flat out, sort of between jobs at the moment. So a bit of spare time during the day. So being flat out into the car, getting the prep done. It's good having sort of the cars getting there. Got another week up our sleeves and not too much work to do left on it now. So it's good. We're sort of ready to go earlier than we normally are. So pretty pumped.
Yeah, awesome. And Zane, when does the crew start with you, mate? When do you start getting in there and doing what you need to do before you head down to Palmy?
Me and the old man, we've started on it. We cut all the bent steel off. And it's been sitting there, and obviously we had a new front bumper turn up and started doing a little bit of steel work today. And I think by hopefully Wednesday next week, she'll be all back together, cut it up, ready to go. So, yeah.
Awesome.
I think when we caught up last time with you saying, you got 2 cars?
Yeah. So I sold one of them.
Okay.
I sold last year's car that I raced in teams. And then, I'm racing just the one now. I've got another one getting built. So, yeah.
Another Rees.
Waiting for Dylan to buy this one so I could race the next one.
Can't keep up with Zane. He gets a new car built every 6 months. So you don't know what's going on.
It's all those eggs, bro.
Oh, there's not enough of them.
Have you had a bit of a jam in the modified?
No, I haven't. No, I've seen it plenty of times. I don't think I can fit in it. I'm a bit bigger than him. So
there you go, kids. There you go, Elias Dykstra. Surely Hessel's eggs throw a box in the auction. They're worth their weight in gold at the moment.
You're right, mate. 100% right. Thanks, Quasi. Thanks for the comment there. You guys keep up these build-ups going for the big meetings. It's just been great, mate. It's been bloody awesome doing the stuff here with my friend Booker and chatting to all the drivers. We enjoy it. We love building the hype up to any events. People saw us down at the New Zealand Superstocks and we caught up with these guys down there as well, up at the coal mine. And that's what it's about. It's about getting the fans amped up for the big events. And we've done the build up this week. It's just been so bloody cool. Too much money in eggs. Yeah. Everyone wants bloody eggs at the moment. I only had 2 left in my pantry. Couldn't get any down at the local bloody countdown. Holy hell. What's going on with that egg thing there, Zane?
It's the
What's
government.
the deal there, mate? Hey, bloody government.
Have you got another hour?
We'll turn from a Speedway bloody teens builder to a political show all of a sudden.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't think we have that much time on our hands.
No, I don't even have it. Beep, 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 beep button at the moment, but it's all good. Hey guys, it's the big show. It's only counted down. This time next week, I know Dylan, you'll be down in Palmy. Zane and the team are coming through. Tomorrow.
No, they'll be in Wanganui, mate. At Speedway Bar.
Wanganui, you'll be doing Wanganui. Oh, you will be too. Yeah,
both of them at Speedway Bar, Wanganui.
Yeah. You see,
Yeah.
I'm just
See, one of us listens, eh?
Let's talk about that Speedway Bar. We know how much it's a hit in Palmy with any Speedway event that comes to town. How is that Speedway Bar, down at the down in Wongas, mate? Is it just awesome?
Oh, it's good. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, been there a couple of times, but every time I've been there, it's been packed, full house, so everyone loves it.
Yeah, mate. It's hard
Yeah,
out.
been a few nights. Spent a couple late nights there, but I think all the mates always there.
Not you, mate.
No, you wouldn't be spending late nights drinking, would you, mate?
Wouldn't know about that. You got to win the coverings.
I won't say what name he introduced himself to me when he was drunk the other night. Have a morning, should I
Don't let the secrets out.
Cheers, Evan. Cheers, Adam. Yeah, it's awesome, man, having these interviews, part of the fun, mate. We enjoy. We all get to have fun, a bit of a banter, a bit of a laugh, give each other a bit of shit through the show. It's just about that. And look, they'll do the work out there on the track when it comes to the business time next weekend. That's where they get themselves focused. They'll enjoy the fans down at the square, the hype of the event. And I'll tell you what, once you're sitting on the grid and you get out there, you're ready to rock and roll, because that's where the business sense and the focus goes on these guys, for their fans, their families, their crews, for every driver that's in the team, because you've got to work together as a team. So I do thank you boys for joining us as always here on the show, and good luck to you guys. Safe travels. Hope it all goes well Friday down at the Speedway Garage, and you got a lot of fans out there, up the V they all say, and do them proud. And we'll be down on the side there too, thinking of our good mate Richie, MMJ, and no doubt he'd be looking down from above supporting you guys. He was passionate about the V. He lived there, and also passionate about his Wellington Lions as well. Yeah, his dubs. So there was 2 teams he loved at the event. Cheers, guys. Thank you both, and really, really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us on.
I don't know if anyone's mentioned, but I think we wanted to add in a Warriors merch pack to you guys' auction as well. I think we'll be in touch.
Yeah. But that's someone did put in the comments. I've written it already into my big list that I can only just get through. So I appreciate that. That's awesome, and we wish you guys all the best for Teams Weekend. And we'll no doubt we'll talk to you in the square anyway when we come down as well, and talk to you again.
Definitely sounds good.
Oh, bloody Wayne Christopherson. Wayne, mate, he just said, huge spider on the wall behind you, Dylan. He's just giving you...
That would surprise me.
Cheers, Zane. Cheers, Dylan. Dylan, and we'll catch up. Awesome, guys. Thanks,
guys.
Wicked. What a awesome bunch of guys here from the Wanganui Warriors Superstock
100%.
team. Good to catch and have a bit of a laugh and share some good times, because this time next week they'll be focusing on the big event, obviously, as I said. And these drivers, the guys in the girl, will be out there giving it their all, The show just means so much to so many fans up and down the country, let alone internationally. As we had a friend there commenting from Port Hedland over in Western Australia, a couple of Aussies in there saying a few comments, and of course you got the Lions here. There'll be a massive crowd watching from over in the UK, and let alone now having the Waikato team there as well. Just been an awesome week actually, part of the Enzed New Zealand Superstock teams Buildup, which we all look forward to. Bruce Robinson, Shane Dewar, the Wanderers, the Rebels, the Busters, the Mustangs, the All-Stars, the Hawkeyes, the Wildcats, the Eagles, Kings, Lions, Panthers, Giants, Scrappers, and Warriors. Countdown is on, mate.
Oh, mate. Hey, look, and if anyone out there can help our Councillor Wilson here, kids are out for him and his family for next weekend since they lost their motel to overcrowded housing or something.
Emergency
housing. Give them a bell. Give us a bell here, and I'll put you on to Torino, and yeah, so if you can help, awesome. Hey, from myself and kids, we appreciate everybody that's tuned in all week and the comments you've made. It just makes the show when you guys are there watching, and I know the drivers appreciate you guys asking the questions as well. So thanks to everybody that's joined us this week for our build-up. It's been such a pleasure and fun, Kins.
Oh, 100%, mate. You know, totally. And to Duty, don't forget to jump on the Duty Motorsport page. On there, you'll see the information on winning passes, share, like, and everything like that. Give them a bit of a shout out. But without us two doing the show and the build up to these events, this is what it's about. It's about getting the hype. Social media is just blowing up big time. And I know the hype is going to be down there in Palmerston. We're looking forward to it. And I love the comments about trying to get us out there in the parade. We'll try and work on that as well. You know, we just love that. We love the energy of every single one that's down there in Palmerston. You can come and down there, watch me and Charlie Swatter do a bit of a dance together as well. Yeah, it's good to have them on the show, the Lions, and good to have the Waikato boys back, but to have every single team, like you said, Booker. But also, just to wrap it up, saying a big thank you to Garage 16, NZ Dirt Track Magazine as well, giving us those giveaways.
Vince, yep.
Aaron and Vince, Troy Adamson, for the amazing book he's given to us to give away as well. Troy, mate, it's a pleasure. Thank you for that. Good to meet your son and your mum, by the way.
Yeah,
he loved us down in Roders. That was bloody cool. To Sonia and Stan. Sonia had her birthday, of course, organising the Lions to be there with her. And, mate, it's just been a massive team effort. We are just the face of the show, and there's a lot of work that happens behind the scene to organise all this, but we do for you, the fans, and it's just something, the love and the passion that Booker and I have for our beloved Speedway. And we'll see you down there in Palmerston. I will be down there in the family. We'll have something sorted, but I appreciate everyone's assistance and help. Thanks, Books, for bringing that up. But also just want to say thank you to every single team and driver who has given kindly to our auction.
Yep.
That's coming up on the 22nd. Every team we've interviewed over this week has given in kindness for a couple of auctions we're going to be doing. So, mate, it's just been a hell of a week. It's been an awesome week.
Awesome.
I don't know what more I can say. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
That's
okay, people, enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Enjoy next week. And if you're driving to Palmy, be safe. Remember, there's a lot of idiots on the road. You don't need to be one of them. So, yeah, enjoy your weekend. We will have something next Wednesday. So watch the Facebook and we'll let you know what it is. But kids, thank you. People, thank you. We'll see you all next week.
Cheers, everyone. Safe travels. Take care.
Y'all don't really want it like here comes the here comes the here comes the y'all don't really want it like here comes the here comes the here comes the y'all don't really want it like double L. I said so. I keep the pills up in my heart on the dirty like blood. So ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful and I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full. I'm in it to win it. I'm all in. I might call you my cousin blood, but we ain't kin. You think of jumping, man, you just think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go for revenge. Had some not so nice friends, kick the door off the hinge, take the door off your bins, pop up my phone with your friends, man, please. This shit ain't cynical. Man, no subliminal, I'm physical, financial, and mental to be a general. Hey, look, mama claims she want a slow job. Not the type be in the tank, but in that Rover. Man, please, I'm in the zone like heads full blown. I'm killing it like a blind man reading. I'm feeling it like, here comes the, here comes the.